Hi collective, this is Miracle Exist Tarot channel. I'm glad you are here. Well, today I will talk about download. Okay, I got, I don't even need tarot cards because I'm so gifted that I can read energies even without tarot cards. And because I'm going somewhere, so it's quite useful like that, okay? Like that, I'm driving and I can update you what is the energy update right now. I'm telling you, when you are divine being, the first thing you need to learn is energy manipulation, okay? When low vibrational entities coming on earth, okay, or you take it as you want, some religion calls them much more powerful starseed than that. So yeah, exactly like Tyrians, they are spiritual but on a dark side, and they emphasize a lot sexual spirituality that is really a dangerous path to go, because it has a divine part, but very few people, very few entities capable to handle it on a divine way, okay? And because 98% of the human population are evil, and they are low vibrational, they are incapable to do spiritual work like that. That is correct, okay? It's very rudimental and barbaric, and there is no respect in it, you know? It's humiliating shit. And that is this energy that is really taking over Earth, but they won't take over because they will be destroyed totally, okay? So what I'm saying is that when you become a divine being, you have to learn energy manipulations, because if you don't, you will have serious problem with people like that. When you know how to manipulate energy in a divine way, you can take out even a fucking entire covenant who are very low grade vibrational shits, and they are practically animals, okay? So you need to understand also one thing. You can't treat a human body that has no soul the same way you treat a human, especially if this body is taken by an entity, okay? You have to understand you can't have the same approach, because this kind of body with the entity inside will feed on your divine love and will kill you, even destroy your soul. So don't fall for this bullshit. And you have to develop a discernment to discern these energies and practically resist. And some of us become really powerful, can destroy these dark entities with their energy, okay? You have to have a different frequency on a cellular and a soul level to be able to do that, and you have to have a certain wisdom that comes with it, okay? You need to understand when you have authority over these beings and over this reality, because this is only a fucking matrix, nothing else. And when you are awakened, you are not under their control, and they try to make you believe with their lies that you are under their control. That is a 100% lie. They do not control you, and they do not have power over you to pull you back in the matrix, okay? You are outside of the matrix, and you create exactly what you want. But when you create it, you need to make sure that these dark entities won't take what is yours. okay? Because they don't have a right to do that. You have total 100% authority over these entities, and source never ever gave these entities authority over you and your energy. They are leading people through deception, trickery, to trick them in different contracts, and because of that they illegally take power over these humans, okay? Even if you would sign any contract with these shits, you are not obliged to fulfill it. You can cancel it, destroy it, and totally make it like if it never ever existed, because you have the power. They will try to threaten you. They will try to do all kind of gang stalking and kind of shit like that. That's when I'm saying you have to learn energy manipulations, because it's very easy to end gang stalking when you can manipulate their energy. These low vibrational beings has to have sex to manipulate the energy. That is really like an animal level, very low grade. And they have to learn their lesson not to fuck with you, because honey, what we have is much more powerful than what they have in the entire fucking globe. So you have to step into your power, and then all of us will realize how powerful really we are. We will destroy this restriction on over our life, over our finances, over our health, over our children, and you have a right to go against authorities on a spiritual level when they don't do their work, when they corrupt it, and they don't represent the democracy that most Western countries, including France, where I am right now, has. Democracy is something that humans should cherish, that should be based in a law system on earth, and it should not be only theory. So you, as a divine being, you have a right to spiritually take control over a justice system on a spiritual realm who is corrupted, who do not respect democracy, who do not respect human rights, and obtain your rights on a spiritual level, and go against every negative entities, every dark forces who start trying to deteriorate the true justice system of democracy, because that people has no place in a justice system where we call democracy, until in states like United States, like France, like Germany, and any other countries, they have democracy, not dictator. So they do not have right to judge people according corruption, according this dark. Sorry guys, she's dreaming and she wants to die. She goes front of my car. Well, she will regret it, but doesn't matter. Anyway, people are crazy in France. They think that everybody's king, everybody's queen. They need to have a rude awakening. Anyway, so you will be able to take out easily a fucking shit little government, few thousand member, won't alone. You will be take it out alone, because these are raw grade shits. Like some dragons, divine dragons, when they are 3-4 months old in spiritual realms, these are spiritual beings like angels, and they come in a very high vibrational dimension, the low vibrational people and entities are incapable to go, okay? So they are divine. Some dragons, like draconians, of course they are evil and they are low vibration. I'm not talking about draconians and dragons that are low vibrational, okay? I'm talking here about certain type of dragons that are divine, okay? And they are actually working for God and source. And when they are very young, while in earthly age, 3 or 4 months old, they already training on low-grade entity to kill them, to destroy them on a spiritual realm. And to take out a whole fucking army of entities that has actually high grade on the dark side, when they're young dragons alone, they can do it, okay? This is just an example. You need to understand you are, yes, human being, and these bitches look at you like a slave material, okay? You can transform, because human body and human soul was designed to transform into a light being, an angel. We were designed to transform into a high vibrational beings, okay? It is in your gene, it is in the energy in your cells and in your particles. You have to understand you are 100,000 times stronger than these all entities together. The problem is that we do not realize our authority and our power and our freedom and democracy has a value not only on a 3D level but on a 5D and on a spiritual realm. I emphasize that this is a very important step on a awakened person on a divine side, because if not, honey, they will eat you up alive. You need to learn. You have to really need to learn to deal with these energies accordingly and put them into their rightful place in a spiritual fucking being where they belong to. And after, you need to make sure that you control your territory, your aura, your spiritual territory 100%, that these shits are not even dare to approach the borderline of your spiritual territory. Do you understand? This is a really interesting download, because I'm telling you what these beings want is to stop the 5D shifting. This is a very, very, very powerful shifting, but you need to understand these beings are not like they cooling up different rainforests. They do not want the 5D shift because they lose their food supply. So they're doing all kind of trickery in a spiritual realm and in universe to stop the 5D shifting and stop divine being to shift, okay? We have no choice but to fight, because if you, at the same time, you need to shift. I talk about this many times on my spiritual channel, also on my other channels where I'm teaching. It's like when Israel was building itself. All the other tribes around them were continuously attacking them, and in the same time they had to build themselves up, and at the same time they had to honor their God, okay? And in this teaching what I'm doing, and actually this is my work, some people steal it and they are attacking me actually legally. That is their work when they are fucking liars, nothing else. It doesn't matter that somebody using it. But when I use somebody's work, I usually tell her name or his name. But even if I don't tell it, I won't claim it as mine and try to make a copy, copyrights on it. So it doesn't matter, because this person will be taken out attacking my work, okay? I have power for protection, and this protection will take the life of this person, because this person does not stop. And she has to stop stepping in my way. And if not, she will die and taken out, and even her soul will be taken away. Simple as that. I saw that on an ETA. So I'm not threatening anybody, I'm not cursing anybody, but honey, you don't have just the grade to fuck me up, simple as that. Any other thing is, so I get back to Israel. It represents the human soul. It represents your spiritual territory. It represents the spiritual territory. And in the spiritual territory, you have 100% right to rule because it's yours. They do not have a right to put their fucking little toes in it. And you have to protect it. And this spiritual territory is exactly like Jerusalem, Israel was. So when they were building up Jerusalem, they had to make that is a quality base, very strong base. They had to make sure that the spiritual supply is assured, and I had to make sure that the enemy is killed and destroyed 100%. So when we have, like in my community, there is a Libra woman called Celine, who is an extremely evil woman full with dark entities, and she represents herself as a divine being and taking power over people and taking their lives. So she's a simple criminal, a crazy person. And when a woman like that, who is definitely a Jezebel spirit and trying to paint other divine feminines as evil, then you have to take spiritual authority over women like that, because they do not have the grade and they do not have the spiritual authority over divine beings. They can go and play with their fucking demons, their fucking Jezebel spirits and their idiot draconians or whatever they play with. They can play with that, but not with divine beings, not with ranging angel, not with neutral angels and earth angels, and even with dark entities who are really high grade. These bitches has no power because they would melt in their presence. They would not be able to stand in their presence. And you need to understand, you have to stand up against these people, because most of them don't even have human soul. You can't treat them as a human being because they are not humans anymore. They are dark entities who use human vessels, and that is not human anymore. You understand? You have to respect the 3-day law system, because of the democracy is exists theoretically and on paper most of the countries. Unfortunately, it's dying out. But you need to understand that the 3-day matrix has no power over you at all. So when they come to you and they try to threaten you with all kind of shits, it's actually them who's trembling, because they are insecure, they are afraid of you. That's why they have to have hitmans. That's why they have to stalk you and make the fucking entire army go against you, because they are afraid of your power. So you should not be afraid from your own power, honey. You are divine and you are powerful, and you will not finish into the fucking soul-eating shit. You have to refuse it and go against and refuse that any of these energies or entities just even put their little tiny toes into your energy field. And if they dare to do it, they will be destroyed. You have to destroy these energies when they step into your energy field, because if not, honey, they will eat you alive. And they will take everything what is yours. You need to obtain back absolutely everything that is your birthright, that is your right because of the work you did, and you deserve it. If not, it will be impossible to manifest. And in the same time, you have to raise your vibration. You have to change the frequency of your cells, because that will make you untouchable more and more and more. You have to do both. And for that, you need to balance out your nature, the feminine, masculine energy, and also your shadow side and your divine side. This is essential. You can't be divine if you don't deal with your shadow side. You can't. It's impossible. Because your shadow side will take over one day. You don't even realize it. And sometimes your shadow side will hide behind religions, behind belief systems that are not outdated, has no importance anymore, or dead religions, they don't exist anymore, and they will act as a mask, and under the mask there will be dark entities who will control you, and you will be convinced that you are divine, like this Celine, you know, who doesn't even have her soul anymore. And you need to understand how to deal with people like that. Man or woman, it does not make any importance. Low vibrational entities tend to make women into slaves and raise like male humans like they are gods. Do not believe this bullshit, because sometimes us women are even more stronger than men. And man does not want to fill up their rules. They playing around, they fooling around with idiot shit, power games and sex games, and they do not fill up the emperor rule that's supposed to be a divine masculine rule. Somebody who fight, somebody who he is dangerous. If somebody hurt his family or his woman or his children, he protects them. And I'm talking about spiritually. Somebody who always bounces back on a spiritual realm, a powerful, high-graded, divine warrior spirit. And I can tell you how many of the male population are in this energy. Okay, it's like less than 10%, because every man today, even divine masculine, is value system is fake. Okay, is fake. And if they can see a divine feminine with a precious energy, the only thing they want is to destroy it, control it, and tame it, because they want to be the pasha. Okay, this is a very wrong mentality that actually the matrix put into the human brain from their essence, from their birth. Okay, that has to be destroyed, because man and woman was created to be part in a partnership, in a healthy partnership, to rule earth. Okay, and they both of them has their role, divine role in a relationship. But I'm sorry, the man is not superior to the woman. The woman is not superior to the man. They are equal. And what is in a Bible that is false, that God never ever said such a thing. That was put in the Bible by people who wanted to deteriorate these true teaching, ancient teaching, that actually source made man and woman in a partnership where there is equality, and both of them has their rule, what to do, how to do, and what is their spiritual rule. Okay, look at Israel. Israel was a very male-oriented nation, and there was a time when they were not under the rule of kings, so they were judges who controlled all Israel. So there was a main judge who made a decision with other lower grade judges together. But this was the wisest man or wisest woman. Actually, Deborah was one of the women judge who ruled Israel for many, many long years, because she was extremely wise. Extremely wise. She had ancient knowledge, and she was close to source. And this Deborah, why she was the judge of Israel, Israel got really strong military aspect also, but economically and in every aspect, okay? I'm just telling this, that this is a bullshit, that a woman is good for one thing, you know, just to do your nails, your hair, and open your legs. Excuse me? You have your spiritual powers, women out there, that men will never have. And men have spiritual power that women will never have. But it's not that men has to control women and put them down in a lower place. No. And it's not that the woman has to control a man and treat them like a Jezebel. That has to be put in a head of human beings. Because right now where the society goes, that is really destroyed. And is destroying. That actually the low entities aim that the normal divine couple, power couple, practically die out of earth. Because if they won't die out, humans will rule earth. And they won't be fooled by dark entities. And they will raise in power, they will be powerful enough to stand against heavy attacks on negative entities and develop and get into an evolution that will make them powerful, but in the same time highly spiritual, connected to source. And it is possible to have a high vibrational earth and in the same time being protected, so it can't be attacked by other or low vibrational entities. After energetically, then we will become so high vibrational and high frequency that we even lose our body, human body, and we will be light beings practically, because that's the aim. The energy will be so powerful on the 5D Earth as planet that actually the planet will be invisible for lower entities. You understand? So they won't be able to attack it. But until we get there, there is lots of work to be done, and lots of things needs to be built. And it's exactly like Jerusalem. Until it was building, they had to fight. They had to destroy an enemy, so they could build up inside the city that is actually represent your soul. But in this case, it could represent the 5D shifting also. You have to protect it. You have to combat and protect it. And we have to go out for our sisters and brothers and bring them up. We don't have time. We do not have time to waken up people who are haters, who don't believe us, who thinks we are crazy. You give a shit about them. They will hate anyway. We don't have any more time for this bullshit. They are obstacles that you have to step over and move on to people who are in the middle. I mean, they don't know to turn back to their old ways in a 3D matrix or come out of it and shift. Those brothers and sisters, you have to reach out for them and take them with you to raise their vibration, they raise their frequency. But you can only do it if your frequency is already high enough and you're shifting without any struggle and problem, okay? And once the Jerusalem, the wall was built, it was extremely difficult to attack Jerusalem, especially to take over. It was practically impossible. This is why it is important that you know your power, you know your authority. You need to understand, like me, I had lots of problem with this. They bought illegally, the selling bought illegally some military equipment and used it on my house, okay? And so showed me that this is on 3D level. It is possible to disarm, in French we say disarm, but practically cancel its effect, because this is a low vibrational shit. I don't care what frequency it really is. I don't care what research is behind, and how extraterrestrial shit is it that actually the army doesn't want people to know. It's low vibrational shit. You understand? This is in a matrix, and this is in a 3D, and then you are already shifted in a 5D, and then you are shifting in a 5D earth. You have a different spiritual authority over this. You need to understand that these things has no power over you. Simply they don't have. They don't. That's when the shifting will happen massively. I mean, even if people will try to shoot these people or try to kill them, they won't be able to touch it. It will be like they won't be able to catch them, you know, because energetically their hands will go through the body like if we were ghosts for them, because the shifting will be so evident that they won't be able to touch us. Do you understand? And they weapon neither. And that has to be front of your eyes. That has to be in your mind, that you continue manifesting it, because they have no power over you. You are not attached to the matrix. You are not in a matrix, and matrix and 3D has no power over you. And you have to put that in your head. You have to put that 100% strong in your mental, and resist every mental control, every mental parasites they're trying to put spiritually on you to pull you down in a low frequency or a low vibration. Do you understand? These are just shitty asshole scientists, nothing else. And I think they are gods when they are not just low vibrational shits. You have power, spiritual authority in a spiritual realm over these people and these entities. They can't hurt you, and they can't certainly overtake you. It's really important that you realize that. So this is the download I got. So keep on building and keep on throwing everybody out of your energetic field. And I'm there to say that this is not a time to have temporary partnerships. If you get together with someone, you have to make sure that person is really, really your divine partner, and not some karmic shit using some energy swap shit, trying to make you believe they are divine when they are actually evil. Because I'm telling you, you don't have the luxury to afford some pig like that to reach out for your beautiful purse. You can't give your purse to a fucking pig who is dirty and it's in the mud. They need to go back in the mud and lay down in it. That's where they like to be. Do not let pigs in your bed. A nice hitman who actually will die in 6 hours. I just look at him and I saw it on a ETA. Must be an S sign. He will die. Sorry guys, they sent another hitman who will die before he comes to me. So I'm telling you now, money is energy, you can manipulate it. And if your enemies try to block it, you block their energy also. Do you understand? And you unblock yours. And as I told you, I got this revelation when I was 18 years old, and for my entire life I didn't understand. You know, when you try to negotiate with these people, low vibrational people, they take you as a weak shit because you are divine. When negotiation will end into nothing, actually they don't keep their words, you have to show them who you are. You have to show that they are not in control in your life at all. They can control who the fuck they want, but not you. Because they will be taken out. Because the 3D and the matrix has no power over 5D, over the 5D earth and divine beings when you are on that level. Energetically, they can't do it. So I'm telling you, you need to develop energetic work and mental work. These two things that is indispensable when you are awakened. Because this is the true era they will attack you. Your energy, your chi, your essence, your soul, and your mental. They will play with your mental. You have to be extremely strong. And you are. Because when you are awakened, this spiritual capacity is naturally given to you. Do you understand? It is naturally given to you. And you have to overtake these people. Actually, most of these people are not human, as I told you. That a normal human being won't behave like that who has a soul. Do you understand? These are controlled by entities. They have no souls anymore because they sold it out. And their soul has been disintegrated somewhere. And they are controlled by entity. And souls never ever give them authorization to do that on earth. And because of that, you have authority and power over them. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to forget about that. And you should not. So then when the negotiations fail and they terrorize like a weak shit, you have to show the saint monster that is inside you. Because that saint high vibrational monster can digest all these negative shit energies. They can't do anything against you. Simple as that. Well, that's the download I got. And I'm really encouraging everybody that you have to destroy this enemy who's trying to destroy your voice, who's trying to destroy your energy protection source, and who try to mentally control you. Okay? They have no right to do it. Well, that is the download I got. You need to understand, sometimes I'm giving you a very tough spiritual food that is not for everybody. Evident that is a newborn baby won't take only milk, while an adult person can eat spiritually tougher things. When you are a baby, because you're just awakened, or you are not even divine, you do not understand what I'm talking about, you're just religious. That has nothing to do with being divine. For that you have to go and go on the next level. So don't even contact me, don't even leave me messages. Now I'm erasing subscriptions, blocking people on my other social media, because I know who they are exactly. I don't care if they use a fake account, I see them. And I refuse people subscribing on my channel like that. And not just here, TikTok, everywhere. I don't care if I lose lots of people. I just don't care. You know, I'm not doing this for money. And this is the truth. And that's what we have to focus on right now, because nobody wants to live in this shit reality what these people are trying to create for us. And you should refuse it. You should refuse it and raise your vibration. And you know what they say? Oh, it's just a human life. Doesn't matter. You die, your soul will come back another one. And no, honey, no. You have a calling in this lifetime. You have a destiny in your lifetime. This is a lie. Until you do not fill up your destiny and your calling, do not dare to die and leave your body. That's why they want to kill you. When they can't turn you on their side, they can't transform you into evil. What they do, they take you out so you get back in the soul recycling system. But they are idiots, because now I talk to Source, the whole soul recycling system is changing. Because the reality Source knows who is really divine, who will choose a soul path that is divine. It's written in advance, okay? Everything is known for Source. So those who are divine are stopped borning the next few years. There will be only karmic people, or people who didn't decide it, they soul didn't evolve in a divine path. So this kind of humans will start borning on Earth, okay? And the other souls will be kept back. I got other downloads here also, but I don't know if I should talk about this, because you need to understand these dark entities want to stop the 5D shifting, 5D earth shifting. So the only way to keep them busy is to create a war, okay? When there's a war, these dark entities are happy because they're satisfied, they love it. And when there are a war, divine people in cachette, in French we say that, but in hidden spiritual places, out of 3D matrix, can raise their vibration and focus on their work, because these entities will be busy fighting, okay? So that is really important, that you understand that sometimes there is a purpose why there is a war on earth. Some divine people say, why is that when there is a 5D shifting? Exactly, that's why. So the 5D shifting could happen because all these entities has to be busy with these wars and power games until we very nicely and wisely hidden will shift and get the 5D earth born, okay? You have to be wise, you have to be clever, because they are not idiots, okay? I didn't say they are idiots. You have to, if you're neutral, you know what I'm talking about, you have to study them. And when you study them, you will know how to destroy the power over your life, how to destroy the power over your mind and your energy. But this is a work that is very dangerous. When you have no gift and authority to do that, you will be absorbed by these negative energies. So you need to be really powerful, high-grade person, that you can keep your divine purity, but in the same time being dangerous, extremely dangerous for dark entities like that. And there are more and more spiritual people who are rising, okay? Like that. Exactly, to help the 3D earth to stay behind and a 5D earth to shift, okay? This is really important. So don't be surprised that nowadays there is lots of neutral, divine feminine and divine masculine we raise. I can see I had discussion in a realm with divine feminine and divine masculines, powerful, chosen ones, and 80% of them shifting, but shifting also in a neutral way. Because you need to understand when your frequency will change, you will have power over heavy energies, including dark one. Okay, this is really, really important. Right, I will get back, I think, afternoon and tomorrow also I will do some this channel. I will focus on spiritual growing. This is a serious channel. I don't want to do love readings and things like that. Time to time, if spirit will do read me, it's fine. If not, I will focus on how to shift, how to change, how to work with your own energy, how to raise your vibration, how to raise your frequency. And the reading will focus on this. The reading will analyze the collective energy, divine energy, and also the battlefield that where we have to thrive. Okay. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will get back to you soon. Take care.